At the break in Houston, the Spurs lead the Rockets 70-60, and it's been a first half defined by efficiency, ball security, and perimeter shooting. Welcome to the Hardwood Report at the half. I'm Ryder Bullock. Taking a look at the shooting numbers, San Antonio's 25 of 51 from the floor, just under 50%. But the real difference has come from beyond the arc. The Spurs have knocked down 11 threes, shooting 46% compared to 5 made threes for Houston. That 10-point edge from long range mirrors the 10-point halftime margin. At the free throw line, San Antonio has been flawless, 9 for 9. While Houston has left points on the board, just 7 of 12, a 58% clip. In a game this tight, those missed opportunities loom large. On the glass, the Spurs hold a 22-18 rebounding advantage, including 6 offensive rebounds, helping them extend possessions and control that tempo. Both teams have 16 assists, but the Spurs have taken much better care of the basketball, just 3 turnovers compared to 7 for Houston, which has led to 13 points off turnovers conceded by the Rockets. Houston has done its damage inside, outscoring San Antonio 30-20 in the paint and recording 5 blocks. But the Spurs' discipline and shot selection have offset that. San Antonio led by as many as 16, and they've been in front for 82% of the first half. So at halftime, it's Spurs basketball the way they like it, composed, efficient, and in control. San Antonio 70, Houston 60 at the half. Here's what's happening in the NBA. For the first time in a generation, the NBA's all-star starters were announced Monday without a familiar contestant. LeBron James, whose presence in this showcase has been as reliable as the midwinter calendar itself, was not among the opening 5. For 21 consecutive seasons, dating back to Denver in 2005, James had been both selected and voted a starter. That remarkable streak ends this year, not with controversy, but with context. Time missed, a slow return, and a league now overflowing with elite talent at every position. His all-star fate now rests with the coaches, and history suggests they understand exactly what he has meant to this game. But the story of this all-star game is not about absence, it's about attendance and ambiance. In Los Angeles and in the Western Conference, Luka Doncic leads the way, topping the fan vote while authoring another breathtaking season, pairing volume scoring with vision and control. He is joined by Nikola Jokic, whose nightly stat lines still read like a typographical of errors. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning MVP and the engine of the league-leading Thunder. Stephen Curry still bending defenses and geometry at age 37. And Victor Wembanyama, who we're seeing tonight, proving why he is the sport's most compelling young marvel, making his first All-Star and redefining what is possible at 7-4. The East offer a compelling counterbalance. Giannis Antetokounmpo once again leads the conference in voting, a force of nature amid another monster statistical season. Around him are first-time starters Cade Cunningham of Detroit and Tyrese Maxey of Philadelphia. Both are the face of their franchises at this point of the season. Jalen Brunson, the steady heartbeat of the New York resurgence, and Jaylen Brown enjoying the most productive season of his career for a Boston team firmly in the title conversation. So it's a lineup that reflects the league's present and hints at its future. 5 American starters, 5 international ones, spread across generations, style, and stories. This year's All-Star Game will take on a new shape, Team USA versus the world, underscoring how global the NBA has become. And when the reserves are announced Sunday, there will be more deserving names added, perhaps including one whose resume needs no introduction. LeBron James may not be starting this one, but the stage he helped build is brighter than ever. And we look forward to the All-Star Game Sunday, February 5th, 5 p.m. Eastern, on NBC. Here's what's happening in college hoops. In Ann Arbor, Michigan put together one of its most complete performances of the season, pulling away from Indiana for an 86-72 win. The Wolverines shot 51% from the field, controlled the glass by a wide margin, 41 rebounds to 25, and turned second chances into separation, finishing with 32 points in the paint. Indiana stayed competitive from three-point range, knocking down 11 triples, but Michigan's size and depth ultimately wore them down. The Wolverines led by as many as 25 and never let the Hoosiers seriously threaten in the second half. Over in Columbus, Ohio State had held serve at home, defeating Minnesota 82-74 in a game that was closer than the final margin suggests. The Buckeyes leaned on efficiency and interior dominance, shooting 48% overall and outscoring Minnesota 46-26 in the paint. Ohio State also won the rebounding battle 42-31, including 13 offensive boards, creating extra possessions that proved decisive late. Minnesota got to the line often and converted at an 80% clip, but could never fully overcome Ohio State's physical edge inside. And finally, at Madison Square Garden, it was St. John's edging Seton Hall 65-60 in a rugged Big East battle. Neither team shot particularly well, but the Red Storm made the difference at the free throw line, converting 21 of 30. While Seton Hall managed just 11 of 20, the Pirates actually led for much of the night and held a 15-point advantage at one stage, but St. John's steadied itself, winning the final minutes with poise and pressure defense, a gritty, hard-earned conference win for the Red Storm. Meanwhile, in Houston, our hot-at-the-half player is Julian Champagne of the San Antonio Spurs. Champagne has 21 points at the break, shooting 6 of 10 from the field, a perfect 3 for 3 at the line, and pulling down 5 rebounds. He's been efficient, confident, and timely. Every big Spurs run seems to have his fingerprints on it. And here in Houston, the Spurs have quieted the building behind his play. Champagne has been in rhythm all night, going down, 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 baby. Controlling the tempo and taking the crowd out of it. Possession by possession. At halftime, it's Champagne leading the way. San Antonio takes a 70-60 lead.